simply don't know enough about Kim Jong Un. President Trump is walking into the unknown, and what emerges from our exclusive interviews is a deeply complex character.
We simply don't know enough about Kim Jong Un. The world of mysterious and secretive parties hosted by Kim Jong Un is a puzzle shrouded in evident luxury and speculation. What unfolds at these gatherings remain a closely guarded secret, hidden behind the opulent facade of exclusivity. Who are the select few who gain entry to these exclusive events? What discussions, deals, and diplomatic maneuvers take place within the wall of these parties? In this video, we start from throwing luxurious parties and go to the secrets of a group called Girls' Pleasure Group and the political goals behind it. As we delve deeper into this enigmatic realm, I aim to unravel the mysteries that have captured the imagination of the world. Prepare to be astonished and intrigued, and let's begin. The secrets of closed parties. Have you ever imagined a place filled with incredible intrigue, political discussions shaping the destiny of the entire world, along with staggering wealth and a vast elite enjoying all the earthly pleasures? Well, there is no need for Kim Jong Un to imagine it, as it's a regular part of his life. Secret parties he hosts year after year, the master, luxurious and highly exclusive venues, the epitome of extravagance and secrecy. Located deep beneath the streets of Pyongyang, the capital city of North Korea, the master is a hidden gem that only a select few have the privilege of entering. The level of secrecy surrounding this venue is unparalleled, with stringent security measures in place to ensure that the parties remain completely confidential. As you step deep into the master, you are immediately transported into a world of opulence and grandeur. The venue is equipped with the state-of-the-art facilities that rival the most luxurious establishment around the world. The grand ballroom, the centerpiece of the master, is adorned with sparkling chandeliers, plush carpets, and exquisite decorations. It is here that the guests gather to revel in the festivities. Private suites are available for the most esteemed attendees, providing them with a scheduled and exclusive space to unwind and indulge in the lavishness of the party. These suites are lavishly furnished with comfortable seatings, elegant decor, and all the amenities one could desire. The attention to detail is impeccable, ensuring that every guest feels like royalty. One of the most intriguing aspects of the master is the presence of a secret casino. Tucked away in the discreet corner of the venue, the casino offers a thrilling escape for those who wish to try their luck. The atmosphere is electric, with the sound of shuffling cards and the clinking of chips adding to the excitement of the night. In general, this casino is one of the most unusual gambling establishments in the world. In North Korea, the gambling industry is not encouraged, and there is a negative attitude towards gambling in society. However, Master Kim Jong Un Casino remains one of the few places in the country where one can engage in gambling activities, especially for the upper class of society. Officially, the casino in Pyongyang is represented by only one establishment, Master Kim Jong Un. It is located in the Yonggakdo Hotel, which is one of the largest hotels in the city. The casino occupies several floors of the hotel and offers a variety of games such as blackjack, roulette, poker, and slot machines. Strict adherence to rules and regulations is customary at Master Kim Jong Un. Casino visitors are required to present their passport and undergo a registration process before they can start playing. The rules of conduct in the casino are also very strictly monitored, and any violations can lead to serious consequences. It is worth noting that outside the time for closed parties, the Master Kim Jong Un Casino is primarily oriented towards foreign visitors, such as business tourists or foreign diplomats. Access to the casino for local residents may be restricted or even prohibited. In accordance with North Korean legislation, the gambling establishment offers its guests not only gambling activities but also various entertainment events, restaurants, and bars. The guest list for these secret parties is highly exclusive and carefully curated. Only North Korea's elite are granted access to the master, including high-ranking government officials, military leaders, and influential figures. These individuals hold significant positions within the Korean Workers' Party and play a crucial role in shaping the political landscape of North Korea. Rumors have circulated that foreign dignitaries and even celebrities have attended these secret parties. Although concrete evidence is scarce, the allure of the master and the intrigue surrounding these events have piqued the curiosity of individuals from around the world. However, gaining entry to these parties remains an elusive dream for most. The level of secrecy surrounding the master is of utmost importance. The North Korean regime goes to great lengths to ensure that the details of these parties remain hidden from the outside world. The venue is heavily guarded with strict security measures in place to prevent any unauthorized access or leaks of information. The guests are sworn to secrecy, and the consequences for breaching this trust are severe. Unfortunately, the most accurate and extensive information regarding specific lavish events or parties involving high-ranking political figures, especially unconventional leaders like North Korea's Kim Jong Un, typically remains strictly confidential and unavailable for public discussion. Security at such events is usually organized according to protocol and security requirements established by relevant agencies and security services. In the case of parties or events involving Kim Jong Un, security will be selected from his inner circle, members of his security detail, and other specially trained and reliable individuals. It is a place where the boundaries of reality are blurred, and the guests can escape the constraints of their daily lives. Let's turn our attention to the extravagant entertainment and captivating atmosphere that defines these exclusive events. Prepare to be mesmerized by the grandeur and spectacle that unfolds within the walls of the master. The secret parties are renowned for their world-class performances that leave guests in awe. The stage comes alive with a diverse array of talent, including musicians, dancers, and acrobats who showcase their skills with precision and artistry. These performers are handpicked from the finest talent pools, both within North Korea and from around the world. Musicians fill the air with enchanting melodies, their music resonating through the grand ballroom. From classical symphonies to contemporary tunes, the repertoire is carefully curated to cater the diverse tastes of the guests. But beyond the entertainment and luxury, these secret parties hold a deeper significance. They serve as a platform for important political discussions and negotiations that shape the future of North Korea. Behind closed doors, influential figures engage in conversations that have far-reaching consequences for the country. Decisions made during these parties can impact North Korea's policies, strategies, and international relations. The guests who hold key positions within the Korean Workers' Party have the opportunity to shape the political landscape of the nation. The secret parties become a nexus of power where alliances are formed and agendas are advanced. The future of North Korea is intricately intertwined with these secret parties. The discussions and decisions made within the walls of the master have a ripple effect that extend far beyond the confines of the venue. They shape the trajectory of the country, influencing its domestic and foreign policies, and ultimately impacting the lives of its citizens in general. Kim Jong Un's secret parties are not just extravagant events filled with entertainment and luxury. They are gatherings of the elite where important political discussions take place and decisions are made that shape the future of North Korea. Let's consider another possibly present crucial element at these parties, the pleasure squad. Whether these girls are truly present at the closed parties is definitely unknown, but some citizens and foreign observers speculate about it. What can be said for certain is that the squad exists, and it exists to cater to the elite of North Korea.
상의 이제 브라자만 걸치고 밑에는 또 이제 팬티만 진짜 뭐 가리는 거만 그런 것만 걸치고
Pleasure Squad is a sentiment in common. So as mentioned previously, there is information indicating that Kim Jong Un is also known for his involvement in and penchant for the upper echelons of Korean society to engage in less highbrow forms of entertainment. The connection between Master's secret parties and Kim Jong Un's Pleasure Squad is quite convoluted and filled with rumors and speculations. However, some sources and testimonies suggest that there could have been certain links between these two phenomena. It is speculated that some members of the Pleasure Squad may have been invited to these secret parties to entertain high-ranking officials of the DPRK, including Kim Jong Un himself. This could have been part of their duties, while also affording them certain privileges in the hierarchy of North Korea. Therefore, the moral and ethical question of benefiting versus suffering for these women could be quite specific, depending on the perception and upbringing of each individual. Furthermore, such claims lack official confirmation and may be more a result of speculation and conjecture. Despite speculations and rumors about a possible connection between Master's secret parties and Kim Jong Un's Pleasure Squad, there is very little precise information about this. Official sources from the DPRK do not confirm such connections, and therefore any information on this topic should be treated with caution. However, let's delve into something that is known with much more certainty: the history, criteria, selection, and duties for participants of the Pleasure Squad in the secretive and oppressive regime of North Korea. A sinister practice has been taking place for decades: the recruitment and exploitation of young girls for the pleasure of the country's elite. These girls, known as the Pleasure Squad, are plucked from society and forced into a life of servitude where their sole purpose is to satisfy the desires of their leaders. The origins of the Pleasure Squad can be traced back to the reign of Kim Jong-il, the father of the current leader Kim Jong-un. It is believed that Kim Jong-il established the Pleasure Squad as a means to fulfill his own carnal desires and maintain his power over the people. However, the practice may have existed even before his time. Shrouded in secrecy and hidden from the outside world, the recruitment process for the pleasure squad is both disturbing and meticulous. Soldiers, often handpicked by high-ranking officials, are tasked with the duty of selecting young girls for this role. These soldiers sometimes enter classrooms, scanning the room for potential candidates. The girls are chosen at random, their lives forever altered in an instant. Once selected, the girls undergo a series of examinations and assessments. Their family and medical histories are closely scrutinized, and routine checkups are performed to ensure their virginity is intact. The leaders of North Korea place great importance on the purity of these girls, as it is believed that their innocence adds to their pleasure derived from their services. The chosen girls are taken away from their families, who are left in the dark about their whereabouts. They are told that their daughters are participating in important government projects, but the truth is far more sinister. From the moment they are taken, the girls are cut off from their loved ones, forbidden from seeing them or speaking to them ever again. They become prisoners of the regime, trapped in a world of secrecy and exploitation. The training and conditioning of the pleasure squad members are rigorous and extensive. They are taught to serve their leaders with utmost obedience and to fulfill their every desire. Some girls are sent to Hong Kong for advanced massage training, where they learn the art of sensual touch. Others are sent elsewhere to learn professional singing and dancing. Their talents used to entertain the elite. The criteria for selection into the pleasure squad are strict and unforgiving. The girls must meet certain physical standards, such as being under 5 feet 6 inches tall, free of scars and blemishes, and possessing a soft, feminine voice. But above all, being a virgin is imperative. The leaders believe that the purity of these girls enhances their pleasure and ensures their loyalty. The pleasure squad operates within the walls of North Korea, hidden from the prying eyes of the outside world. The practice is so secretive that knowledge of its existence comes solely from defectors who have managed to escape to China or South Korea. These brave individuals have risked their lives to shed light on the dark and twisted reality of the pleasure squad. Once the girls are chosen and trained, they are thrust into a world of unimaginable servitude and exploitation. The pleasure squad is divided into 3 specialized groups, each with their own role in the elaborate parties held for the pleasure of North Korea's elite. The first group is reasonable for providing sexual services. These girls are expected to fulfill the desires of the leaders, catering to their every whim. They are forced to engage in intimate acts, their bodies used as objects for the pleasure of those in power. The girls have no say in the matter. Their autonomy stripped away and their bodies treated as commodities. The second group of the pleasure squad is tasked with giving massages. These girls are trained in the art of sensual touch, using their hands to ease the tension and stress of the elite. They are expected to provide not only physical relief but also emotional comfort, their role extending beyond mere physical pleasure. The third group is reasonable for live singing and dancing. These girls are often made to perform semi-nude, their bodies on display for the entertainment of the guests. They are trained to captivate the audience with their movements and seductive performances. The atmosphere of these parties is one of decadence and excess, with the girls being objectified and exploited for the pleasure of those in attendance. The parties themselves are extravagant and lavish affairs, held within the walls of Kim Jong Un's official residence in Pyongyang. These exclusive gatherings are reserved for a select few, with only 40 people out of Kim's 200 associates being chosen to attend. The parties can last until the early hours of the morning, fueled by alcohol, sex, and extravagant food. The routine at these parties is a twisted blend of indulgence and debauchery. Eating, drinking, and dancing are the norm, but the events often take a dark turn. Erotic games are a favorite pastime, where the losers are forced to strip off their clothes one by one, regardless of their gender. The atmosphere is one of coercion and humiliation, with participants pushed to their limits in the pursuit of pleasure. One particularly disturbing game involves shaving of the body hair. If heavily intoxicated, participants engage in a hair shaving game where men have part of their head hair shaved as if it were mown, and women have their pubic hair shaved. These games serve as a means of control and dominance, reinforcing the power dynamics within the party. There are even parties dedicated solely to sex, reserved for when the leader is in a particularly good mood. These gatherings are a testament to depravity and disregard for human dignity that exists within the innermost circle of North Korea's elite. The girls of the pleasure squad endure these parties for years, their lives consumed by the demands of their leaders. They are trapped in a cycle of exploitation and abuse, their bodies and minds scared by the experiences they are forced to endure at the end of their service. Typically, between the ages of 22 and 25, the girls retire from their roles in the pleasure squad. Reports suggest that they are often married off to elite guards who are seeking brides. However, their fate remains uncertain as they are kept under close watch to ensure their silence and prevent the secrets of the pleasure squad from being exposed. Their parties themselves are extravagant and decadent, filled with alcohol, sex, and degrading games. The girls of the pleasure squad endure years of servitude, their lives forever scared by the experiences they are forced to endure. Through the stories of defectors and insiders, we have gained a glimpse into the secretive world of these parties. The pleasure squad, divided into specialized groups, is forced to cater to the desires of the elite, engaging in sexual acts, providing massages, and performing seductive dances. For the majority of civilized society, such a phenomenon will be genuinely horrifying. After all, none of us would wish to find ourselves in the shoes of these women. However, the perception of such a situation remains highly individual in the world. There will always be people who think somewhat one-dimensionally and crave invitations to such extravagant events. The fact that Kim Jong Un garners support for his actions and his devoted followers of such ideology and lifestyle, even if it includes something akin to the pleasure squad, speaks to the hidden and dark corners of the human psyche. Such aspects are inherent not only to those devoid of power and fantasizing, but also to solitary madmen who wield too much influence. The dark reality of the pleasure squad exposes the depths of depravity and cruelty that exist within the highest echelons of North Korean society. It is a stark reminder of the lengths some leaders will go to satisfy their own desires, regardless of the human cost. The rise of the North Korean dictator. Let's break down how one individual can be publicly accused by multiple countries of such extravagance and horrific acts, including parties practically synonymous with excess. Why is he still at large, and why does the global community turn a blind eye? It's simple, because the president of North Korea is one of those who from a fairly young age was conditioned to expect impunity for his actions and a sense of his power and influence, both within his country and the world at large. Kim Jong Un, a man whose very essence exudes opulence and grandeur. As the world mourned the passing of his father, Kim Jong-il, in December 2011, the spotlight turned to the youthful and charismatic Kim Jong-un. With his cherubic countenance and an aura of innocence, he appeared an unlikely wielder of power, yet beneath that facade lay a man, resolute in asserting his dominance, carrying forth the legacy of oppression established by his predecessors. Born on January 8, 1982, amidst the gleaming skyscrapers of Pyongyang, Kim Jong-un emerged as the third scion of the illustrious Kim dynasty, grandson to the revered Kim Il-sung, the founding father of North Korea. From his earliest days, it was evident that Kim Jong-un was destined for a life of extravagance and authority. Meticulously groomed to inherit the mantle of leadership, Kim Jong-un's formative years were shaped by an education steeped in luxury and refinement. Under the guise of a false identity, he was whisked away to the salubrious environs of Switzerland, where he was imbibed the language of the elite English, German, and French. This sojourn in the lap of luxury afforded him a cosmopolitan perspective, an invaluable asset for a future ruler. Upon his return to the secretive confines of North Korea, Kim Jong-un embarked on a journey of erudition, enrolling in esteemed institutions that would mold his worldview and fortify his grip on power. At Kim Il-sung University, he delved deep into the annals of political ideology while concurrently honing his military prowess at Kim Il-sung Military University, a testament to his multifaceted ambitions. From the outside of his reign, Kim Jong-un spread no extravagance in securing his domain. Ascending to the pinnacle of power at the tender age of 29, he assumed the mantle of supreme leader, shouldering the burden of a nation veiled in mystery and seclusion. In the nascent years of his rule, Kim Jong-un undertook the Herculean task of cementing his authority, swiftly consolidating power within the labyrinthine corridors of North Korean politics. Anointed as the General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, the President of State Affairs, and the Supreme Commander of Korean People's Army, he wielded unbridled authority over every facet of governance and military. Kim Jong-un's ascent was not without its trials and tribulations. Enduring the scrutiny of skeptics both at home and abroad, he swiftly craved his own niche, eschewing the shadows of his forebears. Embracing a persona of accessibility and empathy, he endeared himself to the masses, portraying himself as a leader attuned to the hopes and aspirations of his people. Yet amidst the splendor of his rule, Kim Jong-un's penchant for extravagance knew no bounds. His omnipresent image, emblazoned on billboards and public edifices, served a constant reminder of his exalted status. This cult of personality, reminiscent of his predecessors, drew ire and censure from critics who decried the specter of human rights abuses lurking beneath the glided veneer. As Kim Jong Un consolidated his authority, he embarked on a voyage of nuclear proliferation, a brazen display of power that reverberated across the global stage. His clandestine government fates, shrouded in secrecy and opulence, became the stuff of legend, leaving the international community aghast at the audacity of his excesses. Amidst the tumult of diplomatic overtures and nuclear brinkmanship, Kim Jong-un's North Korea underwent a facelift as economic reforms heralded a new era of prosperity. His fervent embrace of consumerism transformed the landscape of Pyongyang, morphing it into a veritable oasis of luxury and abundance. To fuel his grandiose ambitions, Kim Jong-un embarked on ambitious construction projects epitomizing his vision of a modern and affluent society. Towering apartment complexes, state-of-the-art hospitals, and lavish recreational facilities sprouted across the urban sprawl, a testament to his unwavering commitment to opulence. Yet for all his ostentatious displays of wealth, challenges persisted on the horizon. North Korea grappled with perennial issues of food scarcity and agriculture inefficiencies, casting a shadow over Kim Jong-un's grand design. Despite the veneer of prosperity, concerns lingered over North Korea's human rights record, casting a pall over Kim Jong-un's glittering reign. Allegations of political repression and curtailment of freedoms garnered international condemnation, threatening to tarnish his carefully curated image. Nevertheless, Kim Jong-un's overtures toward diplomacy hinted at a desire for international acceptance. High-profile summits with global leaders underscored his aspirations for normalization, even as the specter of nuclear proliferation loomed large. The secret parties and pleasure squad of Kim Jong-un serve as phenomena, reflecting the complex nature of power and culture in North Korea. These events portray the extravagant lifestyle of the dictator, who seeks to bluster his political influence and authority through the organization of lavish and covert gatherings. The clandestine parties not only showcased the wealth and luxury within elite circles, but also served as a means of control and maintenance of loyalty by the regime. The pleasure squad of Kim Jong-un likely serves as a force intended to ensure the security and fulfill various needs of the dictator. The squad may perform a wide range of functions, including personal security provision, arranging entertainment, and providing various services. The rise and extravagance of the dictator in the context of secret parties and pleasure squad underscore not only his power but also the uniqueness of North Korea's political system. While the country's population faces acute resource shortages and restrictions, these events serve as a reminder of the privileged status of the elite and the leader's impunity. Overall, they symbolize the absurdity and immorality of a regime that continues to perpetuate inequality and repression in the country. In the annals of geopolitics, Kim Jong-un's reign stands as a testament to the nexus of power and opulence, where extravagance and authoritarianism intertwine in a decline dance as the world watches with bated breath. The saga of North Korea's enigmatic autocrat unfolds, a tale of splendor and excess amidst the tumult of global politics. We've discussed the secrets of the parties of the enigmatic leader of North Korea. If you were impressed by this video, we recommend checking out other equally stunning videos on our channel. If you enjoyed watching this video, like and subscribe to the channel to see more and more interesting videos.